What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Nap Family Racing. We are at my job today. As you can see, don't have much going on, so the boss man says it was okay if we did some race car stuff. So I brought the new to us loader knuckle, and I brought the new hub and wheel bearing to press into it. So we got the old one pressed out, had to end up cutting a little relief slit in the bearing race to get that knocked out the rest of the way, and then we got all the new stuff pressed in. It spins good, so all that's left is put that tab on it. But when we get to the house, it's already jacked up with the wheel off, so we can get the old knuckle off, get the new knuckle on. Well, won't make much sense to get the new knuckle on yet, because I think we're doing a new tie rod, and well, brain dead. Anyways, we're doing the new tie rod. We're going to put a new strut on it, and we're also going to do the ball joints. That's what I was going brain dead over. So we can at least get the old one off. I might put the new loader knuckle back on just so the CV axle has somewhere to be and it's not just hanging down, but that's going to be kind of a TBD. We'll figure it out once we get out there and get stuff coming off. So just wanted to check in real quick and see you guys when I get off. All right, guys, we made it home. I don't know how much you guys can see or really will see during this process, but you guys are gonna come along for us getting this deal tore apart. Hopefully it's all going to go nice and smooth like it's supposed to. But if you've been around this these videos for long enough, I'm sure something will come up. I'll take this front muffler off because where we're grinding it off of the tire now is very sharp on my arm. So I guess I should tell you guys what I'm starting with. That sun is like just to where it's going to be in my eyes if I look over at you guys. So I'm just going to keep my eyes over here. But starting taking off the caliper from here. This is probably going to be the part that gives us the most trouble, because this is where a lot of the not good stuff is happening currently. surprisingly, not really a lot of trouble out of it. Pull the rotor off. Oh, I meant to bring the caliper clip home, so that doesn't happen, but we didn't, so. See if we can get that to pop out nice. So we'll get that somewhere that's relatively out of the way. Okay. That'll be the one. Oh, I think I left the new nut inside, but we should probably be able to reuse this one. Thing sounds angry. Okay, you're a 32 millimeter. You're a 32 millimeter bolt. Nut. Y'all are supposed to get along. Try my other 32, see what happens there. Okay, not gonna reuse it. I'll take a bite out of my gun there a little bit. Don't care for that much. how many of you have ever done tie rods or anything like that, but that's the first one I've ever done where I undid the bolt and it just dropped out. So it's probably not a great sign, but we're getting a new one on there. It'll be fine. Don't worry about things that are weird, because we're getting it all taken care of. Okay. Change this style to where it's normal now. Turn all the way through. We knew that was gonna happen though. Well, all you have to do is come on out. Okay. Thank you. I believe these are 17s up here. It is. Got enough juice in that little guy. Maybe we'll have something to do with difficult that was to get out. My longer primary. So I'll put it away. CV boot. Let's get this back around here. I'm not reusing this knuckle. Baby Thor, you're up. I should be wearing safety glasses. It's almost done. Yeah, that's why I use a brake hanger. Ow. Alright. Well, the thing's scrap metal, which is a bummer, except wheel bearing is really good. Really good. But there's no way for me to get that out and use it. Yeah, that one's nice and new. Very tight. We're gonna get a little spurts of some Go Fast spray. It helps 11 times out of 10 if you turn it on first. Okay. I think we're gonna run it. The numbers checked out decently well. Now that it's cleaned up a little bit, it looks decent. Or good enough as far as I'm concerned. What we are going to do is ourselves a favor real quick. We're going to put some of that brake Sil-Glide just around this little part right here. Jump in that piece out here. Sure don't think we did. Alrighty. That seems right. Right? Right. Well, shoot. I don't have enough hands or brain cells for what I'm trying to do there. Okay. You are gonna come with me. Spring rubbers make that impossibly difficult. You allow me to hang you like that. Retention, perfect. should just fall straight in. And for whatever reason, it's not necessarily fall straight in. It should act like it wants to go in. All right, so after a very long beating my head against the wall period, and a few not family friendly words later, we were able to take a step back far enough to give our eyes a chance to refocus on what we're looking at. And this lower ball joint here is one, it's just got way too much slop in it. So trying to get it to line up to that hole is just about impossible, because every time you move to adjust the loader knuckle, this thing just goes with it. So that's not good. And to replace just this ball joint, it requires a cutoff wheel, an air hammer, and a whole bunch of other stuff because it's riveted into the control arm itself. The ball joint is $51 for just the ball joint. The entire lower control arm is $56. So we've got a lower control arm coming. And the other problem that we're facing, and I don't know if it's a two-headed dragon or if it's going to be a separate problem, but if you look at this, this is the bottom of our loader knuckle. Right here is where that ball joint sits. Okay, so that's the old one. This is our new one. It is much smaller in diameter. So I don't know if this thing's got just little burrs on it, which I can feel the burrs, but I don't know if that's causing it to not be able to sit down with it not being able to kind of be lined up, or what the problem is. So I don't know if it's just been in there and been beaten up for so long that it's wallered this hole out, and just from getting taken off and beat back on, if it's made it so this thing's just burred up and not in good shape, because it all around it looks like it's been hit with chisels and taps and punches. So I'm hoping that it's just time for that thing to go, and then we're gonna get the new one on there, and we're gonna put the loader knuckle on, and everything's gonna fit perfect. Because literally the entire loader knuckle was back on, minus getting it on here. And this thing does have a very fair amount of play just in it like this. I'd say I'm a decently strong guy, but I shouldn't be able to max a lower control arm out with the same energy that I use to bend over to pick up a cup of water when I'm laying on the couch. So I think that probably contributed into the destruction of our loader knuckle, is that lower control arm just being pretty much free to wherever. There was just no resistance, so it was probably sitting there just bouncing back and forth or just moving as freely as possible. I don't know how to get the words out of my mouth that are in my brain, because there is a indefinite disconnect currently. But that part won't be here till tomorrow. It's like probably coming up on, I don't know, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, somewhere in that ballpark. I haven't eaten supper, so that's gonna be what we do now. We figured out a lot of good information. This is still probably gonna get replaced, or at least have a spare with it, because I'm 99.963428% sure that this is straight. I don't think we bent anything in here. I put a little snug on the bolts up here. We are going to get a new tie rod end for this, just because this has got the same deal going on. You should be able to push it one direction or the other and have it kind of stay, and this is just, it just snaps back. Kind of, I don't know, it's hard to explain what a dead ball joint feels like, but yeah, I don't know, it's dead. I am falling apart here quick. CV axle, CV boot, they all look fine. I figured they were. I didn't hit anything, so there's no reason that it should have been bent. But, and with nothing else being bent, well, relatively nothing else being bent, there's no reason it should have been bent. So we at least have it apart, got to do a deep dive and really see what we have to take care of and what we can live with. The reason that this needs to be back together in a relatively soon manner is we should be getting the car tuned here in the next, I'm not really sure, to be honest, because this weekend we'll be at Charlotte, next weekend we'll be at Charlotte, and that'll kind of round out October, so possibly November we'll be getting the car tuned. Most likely November, because December is going to be a complete wash. I'm going to the Dome for the Gateway Dirt Nationals first weekend in December. My birthday's the second weekend in December, so I doubt that I'll be here doing anything with that, and then we fly back to California for Christmas. So December is going to be very hit and miss when we can do anything with it. Everything probably ramp back up second week of January, I would imagine. Well, yeah, somewhere around there. And then it's just going to be full steam ahead, January to March. That's where we're going to really like that's when I'll have everything that I'm wanting accumulated, and if not already on. But that's going to be like, those 3 months are going to be our push months of where we're getting everything on. I'll have my other wrench in here helping me out way more frequently, probably most days, if he's available to. Somebody get a yawn counter up. I think that's about 712 so far. But yeah, January to March is going to be our back in the swing, hustle and bustle, get the car ready to go to the racetrack. Whatever parts we don't have on, get on. By that time, I'm hoping to have the new front bumper, so we'll get that fitted. I'm building sail panels, so if those aren't, again, if they aren't already on, which I'm hoping they will be, really the front bumper will have to probably get fitted before then too, depending on when we get the wrap done. But yeah, everything really needs to be back together by middle of next month at the latest, so we can get the tune done. I'm hoping to get it dynoed with the tune, just so I have, you know, the specs of what's going on. But that's it for now. I've got to get inside and get some food and shower, and that's 701 yawns. So I'm gonna get all this cleaned up for the most part, and we'll see you hopefully tomorrow when we get that lower control arm in. So I'll see you then.